So we know that Islam is relevant. But when we look at ourselves as a Muslim community and we ask these types of questions about if something were to happen to one of us or to one of our institutions, would people come out of love for those institutions? Not out of a moral obligation, but out of love for what those institutions are doing for the greater community. Would people come out to defend us and to stand with us? Reflect on your masjid, reflect on your organization, reflect on the work that you're doing in your communities, and think about how your community would respond if all of a sudden it experienced your absence due to some kind of a shutdown. One of the things that really struck me when I learned about Malcolm X and the video footage that is there regarding his assassination, rahimahullah, is how people just poured out into the streets. People poured out into the streets when he was killed, when he was taken away from them. And they were Muslim and people of other faiths. Actually, he didn't even get a janazah, his funeral was held in a church. He affected so many people that losing him was a big deal to them, and still is a big deal. This is the way that when we think about, are we relevant? We have to ask, are we touching the lives of the greater society? Are we only concerned about ourselves? Or are we concerned about winning the rights and winning the way of life that we would like people to live in this country, of dignity and respect, of having all of the concerns that we're concerned about answered, not just for us, but for everyone? Are we working on that level? The second person that comes to mind, subhanAllah, is again someone very dear to all of us. And that is the example of Muhammad Ali. Again, may Allah bless him and raise his rank. I had the great honor and privilege of being able to attend his funeral. And something that really struck me was, and that was the one day of my life that I remember that it was wonderful to be flying while Muslim. When I arrived in the Louisville airport, actually leaving the funeral, I was treated like a celebrity. It was red carpet treatment. Everyone was friendly. The people of Louisville were friendly. I went to a restaurant, all the waitresses. In the hotel, people that would normally, unfortunately, be stereotypically considered, let's say, redneck or whatnot, they came to me and to other Muslims that were at the hotel just to talk to us about Muhammad Ali. They were happy to have us there. They showed love for us because of the love that they had for Muhammad Ali. And I think he's a perfect example of what it really means to be relevant in the way that we live our Islam, and to be truthful in the way that we live our Islam. It was a moment where I realized that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the turner of the hearts. Just a few weeks ago, it was something else that was in the media. We were facing Islamophobia, or I want to call it anti-Muslim hate as a community. There was something going on here, something going on there. And we were a troubled community. But in the passing of a Muslim who represented all of the wonderful values that we believe in and that the society around us appreciates, we realized, subhanAllah, that Allah is the one who controls our condition. In just a moment, we as a community witnessed about a week where it was actually really wonderful to be Muslim and to be associated with someone like Muhammad Ali. And then it was taken away again after the Orlando shooting. But it was a sign from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that it's very easy for Allah to turn the hearts of the communities and the society around us. And look at who He turned people's hearts towards. Actually, I was shocked myself because I didn't know him personally. I knew of him. He was a figure. He's someone you study in school. But I was questioning myself, why do I feel such a level of grief upon his passing? Why am I shedding tears for someone that I don't know? And I realized, subhanAllah, that when Allah loves someone, He places the love of that person in the hearts of everyone. And we saw the sign at his funeral. If you looked at his funeral, and the people who came to pray janazah, and even the people who came who just wanted to watch the janazah, you have people of other faiths there, you have Muslims from every ethnic background, every social class, every category of life that you can think of was represented in the people who came to pray upon him. Those were the people that he touched. And then if you look at what happened afterwards when they're driving, to the cemetery and through the streets, people are just rushing, throwing roses on the car, just to be there. And they're screaming in the streets, Ali, Ali, Ali. People of other faiths are screaming the name of Muhammad Ali because of how much love they had for him. Even Trump tried to make it to the funeral. That's how relevant he was. That a person who represents white supremacy felt like I have to somehow get myself into this. That's a big deal.
You gotta be the one who prays on time, who lives right every day. You gotta watch the time, 'cause time goes fast and you don't wanna be delayed. You don't wanna go back, don't wanna go bad. You gotta keep up, keep believing.